Hey there, and welcome to another speed build video in The Sims 4. My name is Simon, and today I'm building a winter nightclub or snowy nightclub. It's part of a collab on Instagram that I'm part of. It's called Baby It's Cold Outside. Create for Sims is the host of this challenge and invited a bunch of talented creators from Instagram to participate in this rework of Windenburg that is winter themed and could also be holiday themed, and create a world that is suitable for the holiday time now, and so players could enjoy a festive and wintry world over the holidays. And there's an entire save file with I think it's 27 lots in Windenburg redone, and it's pretty cool. There's like a gingerbread village from what I saw. I didn't see everything yet, but a lot of things look really interesting. And I initially wanted just a residential lot and make it a rental, but I was assigned, or I got my second pick, which was a community lot, and it was the nightclub lot. And I've built a nightclub before. I've built rooftop bar on this channel before, and so this is nothing wild and new for me. It's not very much out of my comfort zone, and I really enjoyed creating this winter themed nightclub, because what's really festive, or how could you really make a nightclub holiday themed without it being cheesy? Because this is, after all, in the modern district of Windenburg, and I didn't want it to be whimsy and playful or ornate, really. So keep it a little bit edgy and modern and cool. And and I thought the best way to do that was to go icy. And there are a couple of aspects that are more icy than other ones. You see me build this sunken area with a fire pit in the middle of the lot, and those are actually, is it chalk stone or something? It's a debug item that came with Eco Lifestyle, but I felt it looked a little bit like ice blocks, or snowy ice blocks, like the ones that you would build an igloo with, and I thought that was kind of cool, and I was really happy that it worked out, because I just tried out without any expectation of this really working. I just placed it in the spot and dunked it in the ground with t.o.o.l, and it looked really good. I wasn't expecting that, and I just went with it, and I'm really happy with that look. Here you see me build an icy bar, which is largely lit in blue and turquoise light, and then I put those snowflakes on the wall. It's not really icy. I didn't build furniture that looked like they were made of ice. It's more the visual of blues, cool tones, and it looks cold and cool and clean. And and so I went with that. Other rooms do not look as icy. There's another indoor dance floor that in the end turned out red, or this magenta pink, and but I still think it all went together. It's kind of a little bit festive, a little bit of ice, and create this unusual but very exciting nightclub. It's not really a nightclub in the traditional sense. It's more of an open outdoor venue with dance floors, but also live music and a lot of hangout places. And I wanted to make this more exciting and make this an area that you really need to explore. A venue that, depending on which room you are in, you would have an entirely different experience. So you could either dance all night, or you could enjoy live music, or you could just hang out, and you would every visitor of this place would have a different experience and would have something else to talk about. And it's actually based on different venues that I've been to, and one in particular that would actually be open on Christmas Eve. And yeah, that was always like a fun experience. It's a distant memory now, but you know, there was this time where this was possible. And yeah, it's really nice that I was, you know, could like recreate this with the game, and kind of you could now live vicariously with your Sims and experience a little bit of nightlife here. Obviously, the real life venues were not as like chic as this one. Like this is like very, well, it's not fully high end since it's built in containers, but it's still like a very posh version of the ones that I would have been at. I didn't want to go too grungy because after all, this is the modern district of Windenburg, and I didn't want to have like a glaring difference to the builds that other players built in the same neighborhood. So they would go like very, you know, high-end, clean, modern builds, and then I have the grungy like junkyard that is also like a nightclub. I didn't want to stick out like a sour thumb here and just like, you know, make it a little bit more palatable, and which is also easier in the game. Like if I had to like, you know, make a rundown look of this, this would have taken me ages. This took me long enough already, and you know, this kind of more glossy look actually is really nice. I was also able to play around with lighting a lot here, so the different dance floors or like different rooms have different colors assigned to them. There's not much of a concept behind this. I just wanted, you know, different colors for each room. So this room will later be magenta, although I think I will put in dark blue lights in a second here, but later on I changed that because it was too similar in tone to the icy bar, and yeah, I thought the, you know, the magenta would kind of look a bit more festive, and I like that, you know, to have like a little bit of a variation here. The life stage is like purple-ish, and then later I will build that like right at the end. There's like another terrace or patio area, like I thought of it as like a smoker's balcony and a smoker's lounge. Yeah, and that will be pink later on. Yeah. And yeah, this I wasn't really happy with this dance floor here in particular, but I kind of grew to like it. Like now I even thought I didn't have to really change the dark blue theme, but you know, back when I built this, I really felt I needed to change that. Anyway, this now is like an unusable area really, but I still felt like I needed to have this. So this is like at the entrance, and I wanted to have a register there, and I wanted like a small code check, because I just think a little bit of realism, even though you would not need this like for gameplay, because this is just purely decorative. Your Sims can just enter the slot and they wouldn't even have to pay like an entrance fee. I still thought like this would add like this little realistic element to it, and to this like, you know, nightclub and or venue vibe. And yeah, I thought it also turned out quite cute with very little objects. I even added like a little tipping bowl with $1 in there. So yeah, I was kind of proud of that. I thought of this. Yeah, anyway, we're already past this one room. I put a bunch of bubble blowers in there to kind of have more activities here. So this lot is really gameplay oriented. Everything is usable except for one sitting area, but you know, these sitting areas are really not used anyway in game. Like there's really not much to do with these. You could just put your Sims there and talk, but you could do that anywhere. You will see which area that is in a moment, but right now we're at the food store area, which I felt was also an essential part, because what do you want after a night of clubbing? Some fast food to replenish your system. And yeah, I added that here. Yeah, you would have to hire a vendor when you're on the lot. It's not very logical, but that's the way it works. I don't think they come by themselves. For you to buy food, you would have to buy to pay the vendor first. But this right here, this is the area I was talking about. The the paper thingies in the front I put there, they block the Sims from going there. So, but really, you wouldn't need that sitting area anyway. Yeah, and there's so many other sitting options on this lot. It's really not necessary. I tried to incorporate some more festive decorations there, some more candles and these lit trees. They have fairy lights on them. I've never used those before, so it's first time for every object really. With every build, I find something in the catalog that I haven't used before. This, however, here I've done a billion times. I've built a pergola out of the eco lifestyle wooden beams. They're actually like a wall object, but I turned them around with t.o.o.l to have it as the beams for the pergola. And this is an item from Get Together. It's like this steel column. And this area will be the smoker lounge that I was talking about earlier. I added more decorations here, these paper stars. I think these are actually quite pretty. They're not like too festive, not too ornate, but have like a something modern about them. Yeah. Also more fairy lights, kind of add the vibe, make it cozy, make it a little bit more festive. I worked around with this area a lot. Like you see me change this here a bit, but I actually cut out some more of it because I didn't quite like how it looked with the overlapping containers there. And then I decided to make this more of an extension or like an annex of the container. So this kind of glass cube there I thought was like really added to the container. It's not an actual container. It's like an extra structure, and then suddenly everything came together and made sense. So I would just add the roofs onto the containers, and it kind of just worked. And here you see me. I've talked about this so many times in this video. I finally turned it magenta here, the dance floor, and then I'm furnishing the smokers lounge here, which will turn pink in a bit. And there I added these, what is it, like a fire bowl. This is an item from Get Famous, and it is practically unusable like on its own, but if you like manipulate it a little bit and hide like this weird stand that is underneath it, you can actually make this quite pretty and make custom fireplaces out of it. And here I made them like these bowls that are on the table, and for each table there's like this small little fire pit, or maybe fireplace, whatever you want to call it. I also added like a little parking spot there. Not really necessary, just decorative. And I think these are the finishing touches. Oh, this is quite cute also. I wanted to have like a burning trash can to kind of give it a little more grunge. I put the same flame bowl that I used before onto the Jungle Adventures barbecue grill. And that's how it looked in the end. A burning trash can, or more of a like oil barrel, right? Anyway, these are just like finishing touches really. I put some presents here as like a decorative element. This is the entrance archway. I made a custom one because I didn't find anything modern in the catalog really. And again, the wooden beams from Eco Lifestyle, they are my go-to for anything really. If I want to make anything look a little special, I put them on it. And so I think we're pretty much done here. I hope you're having a lot of fun with this lot. You can find it in the save file of the Baby It's Cold Outside collab. I will likely put it on the gallery anyway, but for now it's in the save file, and I leave the link to that in the description below. Go check that out. Also, for the builds the other creators made, check out the hashtag Baby It's Cold Outside Winter Collab on Instagram to see all the builds. Have a great time with this build. Have a great holiday time, because this will likely be the last video I'm doing, well, probably this year. Tell me what you think of this build in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!